Hi there, it's Kovu and welcome to my monthly rambles about my life. This is part 2, it's the second time I'm doing this and this time is for August. So let's see what we missed. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so first things first. Oh, I got a message. Look at that. I do have friends. Oh, another one. God, anyway. What was I saying? Right, yeah, first things first. My birthday. I mentioned in the last video I made, I think, that my birthday is 6th of September, and if anyone wants to send me anything, it can be like a card, a little letter, or like a small letter, or it could be like a tiny present, but I really don't want people to waste the money on me. Then if you want to send me anything, I can't really stop you. And it's also so sweet. So I got a Postbox, and the address is Kovu Kingsrod, which is my name, Postbox 98, I think, 1664, Rolvsøy, Norway. You probably did not get all of that because one of it's a word because Norwegian, but it's in the top of the description. So 2 rules, okay? Rule number 1, what was it? Yeah, don't spend a lot of money on me, okay? Please. I really do not want you to spend a lot of money on me. It's so sweet that you want to get me something, but please don't spend a lot of money on me. Rule number 2, please leave the return address on the back or just somewhere on it so that I can send you something back. I might not be able to send you a proper thing, like a gift, but I really do want to send you at least a little letter back. Because I'm so thankful for anyone who wants to send me anything. Even if you can't send me anything, thank you for wanting to. It's so sweet. So yeah, those are the 2 rules. And people ask me hey, what do you want? And honestly, I get so happy when people draw me. So that's all I want really. And also I want to it would be so cool if you wrote some stuff about yourself, or just some random thoughts you have, because I find that really interesting, not just basic facts hey, my name is blank, I am 14 years old, I live in New Mexico, I da. But if you wrote some thoughts, or your favorite poem, or just anything, just a random fact about you, about anything, I find that so cool. If you've written a little short story, if you've written a poem, anything, that would be so cool. Yeah, and also if you want just some deep thoughts you have, I don't know, that would be freaking awesome. And yeah, did I say drawing? I probably did. Yeah, I find it so cool when people try to draw me. You don't even have to be good at drawing, at all. But yeah, that's what I want. You could even just make it a little mysterious, just write a poem and that's it. That's so cool. Yeah, that's what I want really. Thank you so much again. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, okay. Next thing, let's talk about transition. How's it going? How's your transition going, Kovu? That was weird. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sort of in a weird state, but I feel good enough well enough to make a video right now, because I haven't for the last days, and I probably won't for the future days. Does that make sense? And I won't be able to either because I'm going on a school trip. So I have to make this now because I want to make this update and I want to upload a video. So yeah, transition wise. My parents did take me to the doctor finally. And we talked about all things gender stuff. And if you want me to go in detail about this, I will make a video about that. But it's not really much to talk about. It could be sort of how I came out to my parents, video like that. I was going to make a separate video about this, but it's not that much to say really, but I did talk to my doctor. My parents were right next to me. They weren't supposed to sit right next to me, but they did decide to sit right next to me, and I was squeezed in between them, and it was really awkward and really weird and really painful. And that was sort of my big coming out, because I've come out to my parents before, but not this big, not this serious, and I felt so good because I felt finally someone, an adult, someone who could help me, I'm a doctor, took me seriously, and it felt so freaking good. And we talked about transitioning and all that stuff, and I explained to him how I found out, dysphoria, everything. And he said that a good start for me would be changing my name legally, there's this new law in Norway which makes it so easy to change your legal name. Like, you literally just like go online and just like blah, 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 and then you change your name legally, like on passports, on like important documents, on anything. And I got so freaking excited because he was like, yeah, I think that would be a really great start for you. But then later my parents told me, like, when we got like into the car, like, I was so happy, I was so pumped. But my parents were like, yeah, you're not changing your name. Not anytime soon, at least. And I was like, maybe I have mentioned this in a video before, I don't know. But so my parents probably won't let me change my legal name to Kovu. It might be my middle name, and I'll just use that. But by the way, if you have any name suggestions, please tell me. Have I said this on my channel before? I don't know. But if you do, please tell me. My parents said that they didn't really want me to have a boy's name. They wanted me to have a gender neutral name, preferably Nordic. But if you have any names, I don't care if it's like a full-on like super masculine name, and if it's not Nordic at all. If you have any names that you think would suit me, please tell me. I really like the name Sam. I would still go by Kovu, by the way, on the internet and amongst my friends and everywhere. But yeah, so there's that. And then he also said that he will get me a gender therapist. I'm not religious, but it's just something it's this thing I do. Is when something good happens, like, always, like, I say, like, oh, if I get a gender therapist, I swear I'm gonna become religious. There's a God. It's just this thing I do. It's stupid. Anyway. I will get a gender therapist. And by the way, no disrespect to, like, people who are religious. It's literally just a joke. It's this really stupid thing I do. God, why do I always do this? Anyway. Yeah. Right. So, I will get a gender therapist. And he said that I'm not old enough to transition, like, medically yet. Like, with, like, hormones and surgery and all that stuff. But he said he will get me a gender therapist. I will get into the system. I will talk to the gender therapist when I'm old enough. I think it's 16 in Norway. Yeah, I think it's 16. He said, then, like, if you're old enough and you're ready and you want to, because you don't have to, because not all trans people choose to transition, but if you do want to transition, we can, like, you can talk to the gender therapist and we can start the process. We can start the process. Sorry, mixed up my words. Yeah, start the process. Which is so awesome. Yeah. Also, other gender stuff. I came out to my whole class today. It was the first day of school today after 2-month-long summer break. And I wanted to start off this new school year with just everyone calling me Kovu, using he and pronouns, you know, all that stuff. Also, I just noticed how, like, high-pitched my voice sounds. Okay, there we go. Hi. Right, so I just wanted to start off this school year with everyone, like, calling me my name and using the right pronouns. So, in our last period, we had a substitute teacher, and we didn't really do anything because it's the first day of school. And I asked her, like, hey, can I just, like, take, like, 5 minutes to just, like, say something to the class? And she was like, yeah, sure. And I got up, walked to the very front of the classroom, turned around, and I was like, so you probably noticed that a lot of people, and also a lot of teachers, call me Kovu. And they were like, yeah, I've noticed. And I was like, do you know why? And then this one guy was like, because of the Lion King 2. And I was like, yes, it's correct, it's from the Lion King 2. But do you know why people call me Kovu and not my birth name? And they were like, no. And by the way, I am out to, like, the majority of people in my class. I came out to, like, 2 of them, like, over a year ago. Shout out to Sigrid and Alice for being super awesome. But yeah, and so I knew I had supporters, so it wasn't, like, this big reveal. And I think that everyone knows because of my Instagram and YouTube and everything. And there's probably a lot of rumours that I don't know about. Anyway. So I told them about, like, gender stuff, dysphoria, just how I feel. I told, like, hey, do you have any questions? They asked me questions. I answered. They were pretty cool with it, about it. And, well, I think. I mean, I'm yet to see if they are actually cool with it. I guess I'll find out this school year. But yeah, so I'm just really ready to just, like, come out to everyone. Everyone, like, at school. Just, like, live as me and the person I want to be. And also the teacher we had, she got really emotional and she called me really, really, really brave. And she gave me a big hug at the end of the lesson, which was really sweet. And then everyone clapped. Not when she hugged me, but like before that. Like many, many times, which was sort of awkward. I mean, it was nice, but it was awkward. Yeah. And I wasn't really that scared. I was really scared at the very beginning of the day, but then I was sort of getting angry and I was like, no, I can't go through another school year with this not like being a thing or whatever. Like, I just can't. So I decided it was time. So yeah, I guess that's a really big thing. And people like hugged me afterwards, like people who I was like already out to, and they were like, hey, good job. But it wasn't really that big of a deal. Nothing really changed afterwards. Everyone like just talked to me the same way. They were just like, oh. And there was this one guy in my class though, he was like, oh, we're officially bros now. And then we did I don't know, it was nice. Anyway, I also, about that, I have been meaning to make a video about trans stuff, or like trans school, like being trans at school. If you want me to make a video like that, please let me know. Okay, over to like the last two things. How's my like emotional / mental health? So I felt pretty good all summer. I felt straight up happy a lot of the time. Not like a lot of the time, but like, yeah, I felt straight up happy some days. I was like happy like 3 days in a row. And even when I wasn't like really happy, I still felt okay. And I felt like okay positive, like, yeah, I don't really, like, I'm not like super happy, but I don't mind existing at all, you know? Like, yeah, it's good. Like that kind, like that, I don't know. Yeah, so I felt like that majority of the summer. I felt pretty alright, you know? And then 2 or 3 weeks ago, I got really down for some reason. It might be because school was starting again, like school anxieties and stuff like that. And if that's why, then it will probably like go away. And I really, really hope that's the case. But I did feel very, very low. Very low. And I relapsed. I don't know how many months I was clean, but it was quite a few. But I did relapse, and my parents found out, and I talked to my parents about it. So they are aware of how I'm feeling. And Mum said that she would take me to the doctor again, and also I will also talk to my gender therapist about this, because like a lot of mental issues that trans people have is caused by them being trans, like anxiety, for example. Like my doctor also said that like a lot of trans people suffer from really bad anxiety, and when they like transition, it goes away, which I really hope is the case. Yeah, so my parents know about it, and we are fixing it. And also I have been having these really bad attacks lately. I haven't really talked very in depth about just that with my parents. I'm not going to talk about it like in detail on YouTube either, because yeah, but they're not like normal anxiety panic attacks, they're like different, and I've had a few in the shower, and I think it's triggered, like just those in the shower triggered by dysphoria. So I try not to look down a lot in the shower, and I try to avoid all the mirrors in my bathroom when I'm taking a shower, which is really hard because like our walls is covered in mirrors, but I can do it. But yeah, so I've been having those. I've had them before. I think it started in November last year, but then recently it's just been getting really frequent, and that sucks. But if it gets worse and it like keeps happening, I will talk to my school nurse about it. So it's gonna be alright. Physically, I'm doing pretty fine. I've been having these really terrible headaches for like many days in a row, but I think that's also because of the attacks. And other than that, I've just been feeling very exhausted all the time. Yeah. But other than that, I'm fine. Also, I went on this little camping trip the other day, so I have been socialising a little bit. I also hung out with my friend after school today, which was nice. So yeah, I think I'm going to try to socialise more this school year. I'm going to try to make new friends. It's going to be okay. But yeah, that was my little update for August, I guess. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're having an amazing day or evening or morning or whatever. Please stay safe and eat, drink, and do not hurt yourselves. Talking about like eating, for those of you who don't know, I used to have issues with eating, and those are pretty, like, it's unstable. Not restricting myself, still counting calories, watching what I eat some days. Like today, I didn't really care, I ate a lot today. Yeah, still count calories, but I don't really restrict myself. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I'm doing well when it comes to that too. Yeah, stay safe and drink, and do not hurt yourselves. Please, we can get through this together. We can and will get through this together. I believe in you. I believe in us. You should believe in yourself too. Remember that you're worth so much more than you can ever realize. Seriously, that is the reason why I say this at the end of every single video. There really, really is. Because, like, when you're sad or when you're going through a really rough time, you think you're worthless. But just because you think so inside your own head, it does not make it a fact, because you are worth so much. My throat is really dry. Okay, anyway, I also just want to take a moment to say, again, thank you so much for all the lovely comments I get on my videos and on Instagram. On Instagram it's mostly just like, not just, but it's mostly just, no, it's mostly like, oh, you're so cute, which I really appreciate too. Also, if you don't know my Instagram, there's a link in the description if you want to check it out. You don't have to, but just if you're wondering. And also, it was just my 2-year Instagram anniversary the other day, and I posted this video about my transition, what has happened and how I have changed those 2 years. And there are a lot of pictures of me as a girl in that video, so if you want to see what I look like as a girl, then check that video out. It's on my Instagram. But yeah, I'm gonna go now because this is really long. If you watch the whole thing, here's a cookie. I will give you a cookie. I will get you a cookie. A really nice biscuit. It will taste really good. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. If you haven't seen my face before and you want to see my face again, subscribe. And comment something, share your thoughts, anything. Tell me about your day. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your existence. Even though I might not know you personally, I do. Thank you for existing. Please do existing. Okay. Bye! I'm so weird. God.